everyone. I am super excited to do this video today. It's a little different because I am on camera. You can see my face. You're used to seeing my hands, so that's kind of fun and different. And anyway, I'm excited. I might be a little awkward, but just bear with me. Anyway, I'm really excited to do this. It's a collaboration video that I was invited to take part in, and I was super excited to be invited. Justine from House of Mahalo and Mandy from Sunflower Indoors have put together this collaboration throughout the month of May of 31 different creators and sharing their junk journaling journey and maybe some tips they wish they would have known when they first started out. So I thought that would be a super fun topic, and I have loved watching all of the other videos and getting inspiration and ideas from some of my personal junk journaling heroes. And anyway, it's just been really fun, really rewarding. So I'll put everybody down below. You can go ahead and scroll through and watch some of the other videos, and maybe you'll find a new binge watch creator to enjoy. So we'll just start, I guess, sharing kind of my junk journaling journey and how I came to find this art. So I guess it goes back when I was a little kid. Like, I have always just loved creative things. I've always been a creative thinker. I've always loved to make messes. I even remember probably being like 4, and my mom and my grandma got together and they organized all of my parents' paperwork and old documents and things like that. And 2 days later, I unpacked all the boxes they had organized because I was looking for treasures. And I remember the thing I was most fascinated with was the old checkbook duplicate registers. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I was really young at the time, but even then I just loved it. I've always loved getting glue and making messes and just having fun. So another time as a kid, let's say I was probably 10, and I went with my mom to an educational convention. She's a teacher, and you could go around this huge arena, thousands of vendors, and look at all of these different teaching supplies and things. And what I ended up doing is going to every booth and collecting their little business cards. So I had a stack of business cards. I put them all in a photo album, and I would just thumb through them, and I just love those little business cards. So I've always loved like my mom's sewing room and just making messes and getting my hands into things. So I've always enjoyed that. And I did a lot of scrapbooking, and I've done some digital design work as well. And then in 2019, a friend and I were planning a girls' camp for a church youth group. We were trying to plan some activities to do, and she said, we should do a junk journal. And I was like, I never heard of that. So I went home, I looked it up, and I was home. Like, instantly, I was like, where have you been? It was everything I love. Paper, fabric, lace, buttons, vintage, old, grungy, like everything that I just adore. Hidden pockets, I mean, what could be better? So I was so excited to find it, and I instantly started, jumped right in with both feet. And then COVID hit, and I found that I couldn't always find exactly what I wanted. So that's actually how my whole business started, was because I had some design experience. I thought, oh, I'll just make my own. So I would design my own things, and that's how my Etsy shop came to be, was because I was just looking for things that I wanted for myself. And it's been such a joy and such a fun journey. And I've loved every minute. I've loved all of the people. I love the inspiration. I love our community. Like, truly, like some of the biggest hearted, just kindest people. I'll get random messages from people from across the world, and it just warms my heart. I love every minute of it. So that has been one of my favorite parts of this craft. Let's see. Okay, so that's my junk journaling journey. Yay! I know everybody has such a different story to tell, and I think it's so fun to hear everyone's different perspectives, so I love it. And let's see, tips. This is the funny part because I totally don't feel qualified to give any tips. So I think maybe I will just share more of my philosophy because I don't know. That's just what I felt like maybe would be the most helpful. And a lot of them are similar to what so many other creators have said. So I think it's not going to be earth-shattering, but maybe it'll be a different perspective that will maybe hit you a different way. So let's see. Number 1, there are no rules. I think that's so important to remember because we have so many rules around us in life that it's awesome to have this space where there are 0 rules. No rules at all. And it can be whatever you want it to be. It's your art. No one gets to tell you if it's right or wrong, or if it's junk journaling or if it's not. It's your art, and you get to do it your way, and you get to do it however you love. So I just love that there are no rules. And anytime you're watching an inspiration video and you get an idea, go ahead and change it if you want. Change it to be yours because there are no rules. So you can switch it up. Never be afraid to try something a little bit different and shake it up and make those mistakes, because sometimes those mistakes are some of the best discoveries that you'll have. So let's see. The second one is always keep the joy of it. This should be joyful. So if you're starting to find yourself like comparing or feeling like, oh, it's not like theirs that I followed along the video and mine turned out so different, or just have joy in the journey. I know for me, my styles have totally evolved. Like here's one of this is probably my first actual journal. You can see how fat it is compared to that side. It's a big journal. And it's one of the first ones I made, and my style has totally changed since I did this. I have evolved, but this is a gratitude journal, and I actually still add to this. There are little notes from my kids. There is writing in here, like I have written in some of these little tucks and these little spots, but my style now is very, very different. So that's okay too. You get to change. You get to have joy in whatever direction you want to take it and whatever you want to do. If you want to use old vintage books, go for it. If you want to use digitals, go for it. If you want to use both, go for it. Like, you get to do whatever you want. So just find what brings you that joy and then just go for it. Let's see. Another one. Oh. So the other one is go ahead and just laugh at those mistakes that happen. It's kind of like Bob Ross says, what does he say? Happy little accidents or happy little mistakes? I don't know. But I think sometimes we take ourselves so seriously that we forget to just laugh. I know just the other day I glued one tab over the tab of another, and then I couldn't even open a little folio that I was working on. And it was just funny. Almost everything in junk journaling can be fixed. So don't stress it, have fun with it, and you learn from those. That's how you get better. That's how you develop what you love to do. So just laugh. And last of all, I think this is kind of cheesy. Anyway, the last one I have is to go ahead and say, I am an artist. I think so many of us kind of minimize what it is that we do. At least I do. Maybe not everybody else. But I think it's so important to just say, I am an artist. I am an expert junk journaler, and to just own that, because I think lots of times I kind of tried to push away my artist side of myself to try and be a little more like, I don't know, academic or whatever it was that I was thinking I needed to be, instead of just saying, I'm a creative, messy person, I'm an artist, and just embracing that side of who I am. So just recognize that you are an expert on your art and on your junk journaling and on your style, and just embrace it and say, I am an artist, and just own that and bask in that and just enjoy it, because I just think it's cool to just acknowledge that you are an artist. So those are kind of the thoughts that I've had running through my head while I've been watching all of these other wonderful, fun videos. Hopefully something touched you or hit you in a different way, or, you know, made you look at it a little differently. So it's all about different perspectives. So today is Friday and Sunday is Mother's Day and today is Monday. So I guess today is the day after Mother's Day. My mother's favorite flower is a lilac, and I love them too. So I just made a fun little freebie for those of you who wanted to try something different. There should be a link down below. And just a fun little library pocket with a cute little tag and some different layers on there, some different bits and pieces that you can add to it, and a spot to journal. But I just thought that would be a fun little thing as a little Mother's Day gift for everyone. So go ahead and you can click below for the other videos. You can click below to download that. It should work, fingers crossed. But happy Mother's Day and happy creating, and go out there and just have some joy in the journey, and check out some of the other videos and show them all some love. Everyone in the community is just such a joy for me to have get to know and watch their art. So go ahead and find some other ones and check them out, and I know you'll be inspired. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll talk to you later.